Yeah, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I have the pleasure to take you a little bit into packaging circularity and here in detail into the value chain of plastics and the recycling process behind. So my name is Jörg Deppmeyer. I'm working at the Green Dot company, or in German, der Grüne Punkt. So let me take you through our journey. So first of all, let me explain a little bit about how does waste separation works in Germany. So it's a shared task. On the one hand, you have the municipalities. They care responsibility and take responsibility for everything which is non-recyclable. You all know from your black bin at home. Then they care for the organic waste. And normally you pay directly to the municipalities, each consumer household, for this service. On the other hand, you have the dual system operators, as we are one of these dual system operators. And we care about everything what is lightweight packaging, you know, from the yellow bin or yellow bag, and everything around glass. We have a total different situation with paper cardboard. Paper cardboard is a shared task between the municipalities and us. This is due to the fact you find in the blue bin not only packaging inside, you find also public newspapers, brochures, flyers, and all these things. Therefore, we share the costs and we care commonly about this topic. So, a few words who we are and what we do. So, our role as a dual system operator is we are sitting in the center of these, let's call it circularity wheel. And the circularity wheel is at the end starting with what you could consume at home. And our money we need to orchestrate the whole wheel, we get as licensing fees from the licensing customers. The licensing customers are the parties in Germany which bring packaging to the German market. They have to pay for. Something might not be perfect with my micro. I try to adjust a little bit. Maybe better now. So our income stream is paid by the companies who bring packaging to the German market. We take this money. These are all the big FMCG companies as an example, like Nestlé, Mars, and so on and so on. What we do is we orchestrate the wheel. First step in that is we organize the collection. Normally done in Germany at curbside. You know, when the truck is running through your street and is picking up the different bins. Then, second step, we carry the volumes to sorting contractors. This means the different materials will be sorted by, as pure as possible, by the different contents. So this means polypropylene, polyethylene, aluminium, and so on and so on. Then it ends in the final step at the recycler. The recycler makes, especially for plastics, granules again out of the plastics. And these plastics are sold then to converters, producers, and then finally, ideally back in packaging. So we are since a long time in this business, more than 35 years. And next to sorting, recycling, we sell the recyclate back to the market, which we process in our own sites. And next to that, we do some consulting for companies. This means we help them in questions of eco-design. We help them to be compliant according to German law, to packaging law. We are a mid-sized company, so 385 million per year is our turnover at the moment. And our core asset, where we really count on, is our network of relations to all kind of partners. This is most important. More than 100,000 customers trust us. The next pillar is we collaborate with more than 420 municipalities and 25 sorting and recycling partners across Germany. And we partner with 31 different PROs or dual system operators across Europe. Let's focus now on closing really the loop for plastics. And I concentrate here really on lightweight packaging, the yellow bin, and plastics out of yellow bin. So this means in total 50% of the yellow bin is roughly plastics coming from household packaging. This means 1.3 million tons. What you can see in the graph on the right is that there has been made fantastic progress by the industry in the recent years, and already achieved is a level of 68.9% recycling quota for plastics, which is fantastic given the fact that this is ahead of the given framework and target by the politicians, which is only at 63 given by German packaging law. But in a country like Germany with less resources, I think we can do more. And the question is, how can we keep material in the circle and use it again for more recycling? So the idea is, try to achieve a level of 80%. This is our company vision where we stand for. So go the extra mile and try to keep more material in the cycle. How to do that? So what is today, to some extent, a challenge is that often enough, the question is what to do with recycled plastics, with the granules. And the politicians are so kind and try to help us here and set up frameworks. So the PPWR, which is nothing else than the Packaging and Packaging Waste Regulation, foresees as of 2030 that we have to double our efforts and achieve a quota in non-food applications of 35%. Sounds not too much, but means in every of these products, 35% has minimum to be recycled, which is far ahead of that where we are. And I only talk about non-food. And the material today is going mostly into automotive, consumer, and construction, and only to a minor extent in packaging applications. Yeah, so this is something where we need to work on. We need to find more outlets where we need collaboration across the whole chain. So it's not that we have not done nothing, but to achieve this next level, we need support and help at every single stage of the wheel. And it starts in this picture and in this world with the brands and the conversion at the beginning. So without a proper eco-design for recycling, you cannot recycle. If you receive composites packaging with different layers and different types of plastic and the other materials, it's really, really difficult. The next responsibility sits with the consumer, and this is an indispensable position they have. If you do not sort right at home, if it does not end up in the yellow bin, it does end up in the black bin, it will be incinerated immediately. So your resource is gone. Next topic is then what we try to do in our sites is high quality sorting into really pure components. This works quite well already. So industry has done fantastic progress there. When we talk about recycling at scale and the quality standards, not so easy, not so easy. There's a reason why today recyclates are mainly used for non-food applications. This has to do with, let's say, some challenges. And you see that still more than 30% of plastics are incinerated. So they are gone. They disappear out of the circle. There are some nice, let's say, examples in the market. And I want to highlight here one example, which is a pretty new one, where a company called Duoplast and Nestlé work together quite closely and have achieved really to bring in recyclates from the yellow bin to a broader extent into transportation foil. These are projects we love to see, and this is how these companies started to reduce their carbon footprint, and we need more of this voluntary entrepreneurship. So, speaking about non-food applications and what to do with recyclates, we have also to touch a very critical topic. This is what about to do with the food sector. When you're visiting a supermarket and you look at the shelves, you will easily find out that more or less all of the different packaging you find is from the food industry. So all fast-moving consumer goods are with food contact. So this requires specific other solutions. Why? Because from a mixed collection with mechanically recycling, you will never achieve this level of without any impurities, contaminants. So there needs to be another way. And the politicians have also set here a clear target for the future. Today, less than 1%, and I exclude here PET. you all know in Germany from deposit, and which is a separate stream. So we mainly talk about polyolefins. From less than 1%, we have to achieve, as of 2030, a number of 10%. And how to come there, how to get there, is the question. We need to consider what is today incinerated and what can we do with material in this incinerated stream. Can we make something out of it? And yes, there are 30% incinerated today with a lot of polyolefins inside. It's all plastic. So there's a value and we can do something with that. And these new source of feedstock, we need to find other solutions. And these are complementary solutions next to mechanical recycling to bring these to a second life and make plastic out of these products. What I'm talking about is not a vision. This is already there. And the key secret in this whole story is that you have to connect different players along the value chain and bring them all together. And these players in the value chain, I think it's not normal that these kind of companies are collaborating so closely to come to such a solution. You need technology, which is plastic energy in that case. You need a big petchem player, which was Ineos. Then we had Earplast and Amcor from the packaging sector, and PepsiCo as a brand. And finally, we could achieve to bring products to the UK market, in this case Crispex, with polymers from chemical recycling, which is fantastic. So it works. Is it already 100% perfect? No, not entirely. We can have a broad discussion about CO2 footprint and is this better or worse. But believe me, this is a way to use the material streams as its best. And so far, we will continue to work on that. We will come to a better solution in next future. I would end my speech with a short call to action. And one important topic is here towards legislative institutions. So what we really need is a reliable legal framework. This is important, that the industry will invest in future. And please, there are some more details about, please be less bureaucratic, no cost-driving processes, trust in performance and related and KPI-based things, and not in beliefs. Also important for politicians. And at the end, favor private-run solutions at reasonable cost. This is extremely important because everything what is not running on a private level will burn money. And a call towards brands, retailers, and converters, which we have also in the room. So let's work with us together on both streams, on the mechanical recycling stream as well as on the advanced and chemical recycling. Because together and in a complementary way, we can achieve the targets we should deliver. And my big plea is, let's try to start transfer lighthouse projects at smaller scale, to a big scale, to relaunches. This would definitely help us to go a step forward. So for further discussion, hope to see you all at the next coffee break or at our booth. Thank you.